Did you know that the average American lifespan is 76 years? But people who make it to 75 have a pretty good chance of reaching 90 or beyond. The difference isn't genetics. It's not luck. It's 7 simple daily habits that most seniors do without even realizing they're cutting decades off their lives. If you're between 70 and 85 right now, and you're doing even 3 of these 7 things, you need to hear this story. You'll ask yourselves how you can live longer by doing these things. From within, you'll say, actually, I'm doing the same thing, and I'll definitely live longer then. If you can stay until you hear the last item, I can give you a 100% guarantee that you'll say these things. I'm George Patterson. Everyone calls me Hank. I'm 82 years old, and I live in Scottsdale, Arizona with my wife, Linda. We've been married for 58 years. I taught high school history for 35 years before I retired. I have 3 kids, 7 grandkids, and a life I'm grateful for every single day. I really thank God every day for what I have. But 7 years ago, when I was 75, my doctor sat me down and told me something that scared me. Hank, if you keep living the way you're living, you'll be lucky to see 80. 7 things you do every day are killing you faster than any disease. While listening to these, I was controlling myself and was just as scared. Because I wasn't sick. I didn't have cancer. My heart was okay. But my doctor from Mayo Clinic in Phoenix, Dr. Sarah Chen, showed me my biological age test results. I wasn't 75. I was 89, 14 years older than my actual age. My body was aging faster than it should because of 7 daily habits I didn't even know were dangerous. Your doctor, who you go to for monthly or yearly checkups, has also done these tests on you. There is an age range that your body or bones should actually be. Being older and younger than this range, for those of us in the 70 to 85 age range, is completely dependent on what we do. For this reason, I questioned myself many times while listening to my doctor. And that conversation changed everything. Over the next year, I quit all 7 habits. Quitting these wasn't easy, but he put in a lot of effort and succeeded. Last month, at 82 years old, I took another biological age test. It said 62. My body is now 20 years younger than my actual age. I feel better at 82 than I did at 70. I have more energy, I sleep better, I have a sharper mind, and my doctors say I'll likely live past 95. If you're wondering what these 7 habits are, stay until the end, because the 7th habit is the one most seniors don't even realize they're doing, and it's the deadliest. But first, if you want to live longer and healthier, always pay attention to yourself and know the value of everything you have. If you're completely like this, you can tell us about it in the comments. First habit, sitting more than 8 hours a day. When I retired at 65, I thought I'd earned the right to relax. I'd wake up, have coffee, read the newspaper, watch morning news, check emails, have lunch, watch TV in the afternoon, have dinner, watch more TV, and go to bed. I was sitting 10 to 12 hours a day, so my entire day was spent sitting. This really meant almost all of my time was completely sedentary. Dr. Chen told me the truth. Hank, sitting this much is like smoking 7 cigarettes for the body. Studies show that sitting more than 8 hours a day increases your risk of death by 20%. It raises your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and dementia. Your muscles atrophy, your metabolism slows, and simple exercises alone don't completely change this situation. A study from the American Journal of Epidemiology followed 120,000 people for 14 years. Those who sat more than 6 hours a day had a 20% higher death rate than those who sat less than 3 hours. When you calculate this information in terms of the years an elderly individual will live, you can imagine what a loss it is. Even people who exercised regularly but sat all day had higher mortality rates. Also, a simple habit like sitting has a higher early death rate than deaths linked to smoking and alcohol use. So in light of this information, how can we correct the situation? And what is the solution, you might be asking? Dr. Chen's rule: never sit for more than 30 minutes without standing up and moving for at least 2 minutes. I bought a kitchen timer from Target for $5. Every 30 minutes, it beeped. Stand up, walk to the kitchen, get water, sit down, reset the timer. Actually, when you think about it, it's such a simple method, isn't it? When you look at your entire life, the solutions to most deaths caused by simple habits are just as simple. Within 2 weeks, I had more energy. My back didn't hurt. I wasn't falling asleep in my chair at 2 p.m. Within 3 months, I bought a standing desk. I started doing yard work in 30-minute chunks. I took walks around the block 3 times a day. I did all of these just by applying these simple rules. 7 years later, I sit maybe 4 hours a day total. I'm on my feet most of the day, constantly moving in small bursts. If you're watching this and realizing you sit 8, 10, 12 hours a day, write a comment below saying, "I'm standing up right now," so I know you're taking action. This single change can add 5 years to your life. Second habit: eating dinner after 7 p.m. Linda and I used to eat dinner around 7:30 or 8 p.m., sometimes later. I thought meal timing didn't matter as long as you ate healthy food. Wrong. Dr. Chen explained, your metabolism slows down at night. When you eat late, your body doesn't process food efficiently. Blood sugar stays elevated. Insulin resistance increases. You store more fat, and late eating disrupts your circadian rhythm, which controls everything from sleep to cellular repair. Research from the Salk Institute in California showed that mice eating the same diet but at different times had completely different outcomes. Those who ate within an 8 to 10 hour window during daylight stayed lean and healthy. Those who ate the same calories spread throughout 24 hours became obese and developed metabolic disease. For humans, eating dinner after 7 p.m. increases risk of heart disease, diabetes, and weight gain. It disrupts sleep because your body is digesting when it should be resting. The fix was hard. Linda and I started eating dinner at 5:30 p.m. It felt ridiculously early at first. We were eating while it was still light outside. But Dr. Chen's rule, last meal at least 3 hours before bed, ideally 4 hours. I go to bed at 10 p.m. Dinner at 6 p.m. became my target. Breakfast at 8 a.m. That gave me a 14-hour overnight fast and a 10-hour eating window. Within 2 weeks, I lost 8 pounds by changing not what I ate, but when I ate. My sleep quality improved significantly. I stopped waking up at 3 a.m. with acid reflux. 7 years later, I haven't eaten after 6 p.m. unless it's a special occasion. And when I do eat late, I feel it the next day. My body has adapted to early eating and thrives on it. Third habit: drinking less than 48 ounces of water daily. I used to drink maybe 2 glasses of water a day. The rest was coffee and iced tea. Dr. Chen disagreed. Hank, you're chronically dehydrated. At 75, your thirst mechanism doesn't work like it used to. You don't feel thirsty even when your body desperately needs water. And dehydration accelerates aging. Every cell needs water. Your blood is 90% water. Your brain is 75% water. When you're dehydrated, blood thickens, making your heart work harder. Joints don't lubricate properly. Kidneys can't filter waste. Your brain shrinks slightly, affecting memory. A study from Loma Linda University found that people who drank 5 or more glasses of water a day had a 41% lower risk of fatal heart attack compared to those who drank 2 or fewer glasses, Dr. Chen's prescription, 64 ounces minimum. I live in Arizona, so she recommended 80 ounces. Coffee and tea don't count, only pure water. I bought a 32-ounce hydro flask from REI. My rule: finish 1 bottle by noon, finish the second by 6 p.m. That's 64 ounces, easy to track. Within a week, massive changes. My chronic headaches disappeared. My skin looked better. My joints hurt less. My energy was stable. I wasn't napping anymore. But here's what shocked me. My appetite decreased. I'd been eating out of thirst, mistaking dehydration for hunger. Once I started drinking enough water, I naturally ate less. I lost another 6 pounds in the first month. 7 years later, I drink 80 to 90 ounces daily. I carry my water bottle everywhere. And if this video is helping you, hit that like button so more seniors can discover these life-changing tips. 4th habit: sleeping less than 7 hours. For years, I'd sleep 5 to 6 hours a night. Go to bed at 10 p.m., wake up at 3 or 4 a.m., couldn't fall back asleep. I thought this was normal for seniors. Seniors don't need that much sleep, I told myself. Dr. Chen destroyed that myth. Seniors need 7 to 9 hours, just like young adults. You wake up early, not because you need less sleep, but because your sleep quality has deteriorated. During deep sleep, your brain clears toxins, including beta amyloid plaques linked to Alzheimer's. Your body repairs damaged tissues. Your immune system strengthens. Growth hormone maintains muscle mass. When you sleep less than 7 hours, none of these processes complete. Harvard Medical School found that people sleeping less than 6 hours per night have a 48% higher risk of heart disease. Chronic sleep deprivation increases dementia risk by 30%. Dr. Chen identified my problems: drinking coffee at 2 p.m., watching TV with bright lights until 10 p.m., bedroom at 72 degrees, too warm, no wind down routine. I quit caffeine after 11 a.m., installed blackout curtains, set the thermostat to 67 degrees at night, stopped watching TV after 9 p.m., and started reading. Took 400 milligrams magnesium glycinate before bed, kept a strict sleep schedule, in bed by 10 p.m., wake at 6 a.m., no exceptions. The first week was hard, but by the second week, I started falling asleep within 15 minutes. By the third week, I was sleeping straight through until 6 a.m. 7 solid hours. The changes were incredible. My memory improved. My mood stabilized. Brain fog disappeared. My immune system got stronger. I stopped catching every cold. 7 years later, I sleep 7 to 8 hours every single night. And if you're learning something valuable here, leave a comment telling me which habit is hardest for you to break. 5th habit: skipping breakfast. I'd wake up, have coffee, and not eat until noon. I called it intermittent fasting. Dr. Chen corrected me. The way you're doing it is destroying your metabolism. When you wake up, your body has been fasting for 10 to 12 hours. Blood sugar is low. Cortisol is high. If you don't eat breakfast, cortisol stays elevated, breaking down muscle tissue. Your metabolism slows. And when you finally eat at noon, your body stores more as fat because it's in starvation mode. Studies from the American Heart Association show people who skip breakfast have a 27% higher risk of heart attack or death from heart disease. Skipping breakfast increases insulin resistance, raises LDL cholesterol, and promotes weight gain. Dr. Chen's rule: eat within 90 minutes of waking and make it protein heavy. At least 30 grams of protein. Protein stabilizes blood sugar, keeps you full, preserves muscle mass, and boosts metabolism. I started eating breakfast at 8 a.m. Scrambled eggs with vegetables, Greek yogurt with fruit and nuts, protein smoothie with whey protein, spinach, banana, and almond butter. Always at least 30 grams of protein. The difference was immediate. No mid-morning crashes. No overeating at lunch. My muscle mass started increasing. Within 3 months, I'd gained 4 pounds of lean muscle and lost 7 pounds of fat. 7 years later, I haven't skipped breakfast once, and at 82, I have more muscle mass than most 70-year-olds. Sixth habit: social isolation. After I retired, I slowly stopped seeing people. I'd see Linda every day. Kids would visit once a month. More than that, nothing. I wasn't going to church. I'd stopped my monthly poker game with the guys from school. I sat at home watching TV. My life was nothing more than that. Just 1 or 2 people, that's all. I actually felt restricted and imprisoned. Dr. Chen called this social death before physical death. Research from Brigham Young University found that loneliness and social isolation increase mortality risk by 30%, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Who could believe that the consequences of just fewer people and less socializing could be this serious? But it was happening. As you became lonely and your social circle shrank, like a vicious cycle, you talked to fewer and fewer people. Because as your social skills weakened, people noticed this and gradually moved away from you. Of course, this situation could manifest itself as some physiological and psychological side effects in the body. When you isolate, stress hormones increase. Your immune system weakens. Cognitive function declines faster. Depression and anxiety increase. Your purpose evaporates. I was lonely, but didn't want to admit it. Dr. Chen pushed me. You need meaningful social interaction, at least 3 times per week, face-to-face human connection. She also gave me advice to try other things. She suggested walking in the park and talking to my peers. This way, I could overcome the loneliness barrier somewhat. I rejoined my poker game, started going to the community center twice weekly for seniors fitness class, volunteered at the local library 1 morning a week, helping kids with reading. Linda and I joined a couples book club. Within 2 months, I was seeing people 4 to 5 times per week. The transformation was profound. I laughed more. I had stories to tell Linda. My sense of purpose came back. My blood pressure dropped. My resting heart rate improved. My sleep got even better. 7 years later, I'm more social at 82 than at 65. I have friends, activities, reasons to get up and leave the house. And science says this alone could add 7 to 10 years to my life. 7th habit: taking 5 or more prescription medications without review. This is the habit nobody talks about. At 75, I was taking 7 medications: lisinopril for blood pressure, atorvastatin for cholesterol, metformin for borderline diabetes, omeprazole for acid reflux, alprazolam for anxiety, zolpidem for sleep, and daily aspirin. I thought this was normal. Dr. Chen looked at my list and said, "Hank, you have polypharmacy. You're taking multiple drugs that interact, cause side effects, and create a cascade where each new drug treats the side effect of the previous drug. This is killing you slowly. Every drug you take stresses your liver and kidneys. Drug interactions increase exponentially with each medication. Studies show taking 5 or more medications increases hospitalization risk by 50% and death risk by 30%. Dr. Chen did a medication deprescribing review. Over 6 months, working with my primary care doctor, we eliminated 4 medications. Acid reflux drug, gone. Once I stopped eating after 6 p.m., no reflux. Sleep drug, gone. Once I fixed the sleep hygiene, I didn't need it. Anxiety drug, gone. Exercise and socializing eliminated anxiety. Aspirin, gone. New research shows daily aspirin for primary prevention in seniors causes more harm than benefit. I kept 3: blood pressure, cholesterol, metformin. But after 1 year of lifestyle changes, my blood pressure normalized. We reduced lisinopril by half. Cholesterol dropped naturally. We reduced atorvastatin by half. Blood sugar stabilized. We eliminated metformin entirely. Now, at 82, I take 0 prescription medications. My blood work is better than at 65. My liver and kidneys function like someone 20 years younger. No side effects, no brain fog, no fatigue. If you're taking 5 or more medications, talk to your doctor about deprescribing. Don't stop on your own. That's dangerous. But ask, do I still need all of these? Can lifestyle changes reduce my medication burden? Final thoughts. George. Hank Patterson is 82 years old. 7 years ago, his biological age was 89, and his doctor told him 7 daily habits were killing him. He quit all 7. He stopped sitting all day. He started eating dinner by 6 p.m. He drank 80 ounces of water daily. He slept 7 to 8 hours every night. He ate breakfast with 30 grams of protein. He reconnected socially. And he reduced medications from 7 to 0. Today, at 82, his biological age is 62. He feels better than at 60. His doctors say he'll likely live past 95, and he's proof it's never too late. If you're between 70 and 85 and doing any of these 7 habits, stop today, not tomorrow. Today, your life depends on it. And if this video gave you hope, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make right now. Make them count.